You can now donate to kill my units. See? Team murder. So messages aren't going through. That's a new one. You can now pay to kill my units. See description for details. And feel free to team up for a co-op murder. What the hell? Why am I getting filtered by my own chat? Test? Is the word kill not allowed in YouTube live streams? Holy fucking shit. This platform's garbage. What if I put kill with an asterisk? What the hell? They censored the ending words. Murder? I don't even have like YouTube censorship turned on. Hold on, let me go to my channel settings. Maybe they sometimes automatically change your fucking settings. It's also like, I'm obviously a moderator on my own channel. Usually that like allows, it goes through. All right, end card. Moderation, content detection, community maybe? No, that's not it. Settings? Settings, community moderation. Moderation in your live chat. No moderation, and yet, don't hold any comments, maybe? Let's see. Alright, how's this? Won't even let me post my own fucking... It's about killing video game characters, YouTube, you goddamn moron. Holy fucking shit. Even with all censorship turned off. Nope, that's even with asterisks, it's not going through. What the fuck? What if I use emojis to skull emoji my units for co-op skull emoji? Will that go through? Holy fucking shit, this platform is garbage! This platform is garbage! I literally have the settings, because it lets you control channel moderation. I literally have the settings. Do not hold any inappropriate messages in live chat. And yet, is this because of me? No, this is because YouTube is a garbage platform. You didn't do anything. You didn't do anything wrong. Like, I'm just trying to set up the KMU, but YouTube is censoring my messages. And, like, I refuse to use the word unalive. Like, I blame the unalive people for this, honestly. I blame the unalive people. I blame the fucking preemptive censorship bullshit where people censored themselves before being asked. They showed YouTube, oh, we can do this shit. And then YouTube did the shit. What do you mean? I can't type in my own live chat anymore because I said a naughty word. I said the word kill. KMU's my fault? Oh, are you the one who offered to pay me to kill Jill? Because if so, yes, it is entirely your fault. Smiley face. :3. When people use unalive in place of death for monetization reasons, that's a misnomer. That's what they want you to think. It is, so, first off, YouTube does not demonetize videos with the word kill, death, any of that in it. YouTube monetization actually has a very complex menu that you can, like, check off things about your videos and whatnot. And so you actually can report on death, report on killings, report on stuff like that, and still be monetized. The reason that people use things like unalive, krill yourself, gender slide, that sort of shit, right? The Grapist, which is literally a whitest kids you know joke. And that's the reason. It's to be cutesy, it's to be funny, you know, the less beans. The argument is, oh, YouTube will censor me if I say these serious things or whatever. YouTube, I mean, it will demonetize if you are exploitative of a tragedy, which does sometimes happen, you know, the drama slop channels like, oh, Giga Chad pointing at a genocide thumbnail. Like Soy Jack pointing at literal mass graves. That shit does get demonetized, as it fucking should. But if you're just mentioning the words, that is not actually a thing, as much as people sometimes try to claim it is. The unalive it's a trend. It's trendy. It's cutesy. It's to make it funny. It's to make these topics that should be treated with dignity funny. Because here's the thing, right? If your only concern was you need to censor the word because it'll be found by some, like, AI or whatever, use a censor sound. Like, that's literally what they're made for. The beep, right? if your concern was to get around censorship, right? Just use the beep sound. But no, they gotta come up with fun, cutesy ways to talk about, you know, crimes against humanity. Gender slide is the one that pisses me off the most. Because it's like, it's just disgusting. It's just disgusting. I've talked about this before, but I saw a video where someone was reading an excerpt from a survivor of a cult talking about when they were raped. And, you know, she's reading the thing word for word, and she says raped, and then she realized, oh, I slipped up. And she corrects herself. She goes back and reads the sentence again. Doesn't edit out the take where she said raped. So, like, it's not demonetized because she said the word raped. Instead, she just wants to insert her cutesy language into an actual survivor's mouth. And to that I say, fuck you. Like, to that I say, fuck you, you goddamn monster. You're monetizing someone's trauma, but you won't even allow them to use their own words. Well, I get banned if I say the K word. I'm assuming you mean kill. I mean, I have no control over that. Apparently, people just get fucking banned from my chat by YouTube automatically now. So enjoy your free speech. The Kingdom of Dane lies on the northernmost edge of Tellius. Its coastline is bathed in the icy currents of the northern sea, and frigid winds howl inland with terrible ferocity. As a result, Dane winters are raw and brutal. Ice and snow scour the land, leaving frozen scars in their wake. Through these blizzards, General Ike and the Crimean army press ever forward. Bagnion's Imperial Senate may have lent Crimea troops, but even they doubt that the army can successfully fight off Dane. Yet somehow Ike and company defy all odds and capture victory after victory, embracing both Princess Elincia's dream of a liberated Crimea and the tragic history of his parents. Ike marches in grim silence. There's only one thing. The enemy knows exactly how we're going to move. With your permission, I'll begin an investigation to see if there's anyone suspicious among the troops. Ike? Ike, are you alright? Oh, yes, sorry, what was that? Nothing. I was just giving you the standard update. Shall I pull it off till later? No, sorry, can you start over from the beginning? I'll pay attention this time. Understood. Good morning, you two. What's wrong, Ike? You look so sleepy. I've had a lot on my mind. I meant to sleep last night, but I was thinking. Before I knew it, it was morning. Really? I never thought I'd hear that. Ike didn't sleep because he was thinking. I wonder if Soren will start being polite. Listen, Titania, can I just... Brother, Ike! What's wrong, Mist? What am I going to do, Ike? My battalion's gone! What? It's gone? No! What am I going to do? It was my only memento of Mother! Did you drop it? Did you put it somewhere and forget? Something like that? No, I always carry it with me. I would never lose it. I had it before I went to bed last night. It vanished while I was sleeping. Don't cry. It's not your fault. But. I said don't cry. I'll find it, all right? All right, I'm sorry. Are you serious? You had to begin immediately. That's General Petrine. If we do this, Dane will suffer. It's for the good of the country. Besides, it's only one territory. Stop mewing like an old woman. I hear you, and yet, if the goal is merely to stop the Crimean army, this is not necessary. The strength of my troops will suffice to... The last idiot who told me that ended up as a corpse pile. Now listen to me and listen well. No matter how passionate you are when you tell me you'll defeat Crimea, I'll never pin my hopes on a bunch of foreigners. All you have to do is stop their forward progress. That's all. My plan will accomplish this. General Petrine, do you think so little of us? It's true we were born at Begnion and not Dane, but my men and I have been loyal to this country for 18 years.
We've spared no effort to learn all the proper manners and customs of this land. But now, after all that, to be dismissed as a bunch of foreigners... No one asks how long you've lived here. Wanna know why? Because no one cares. Certainly not me. Where were you born? Huh? Where were you raised? Ha! This country doesn't need squatters like you. The only people Dane can count on in times of crisis are Danes themselves. Everyone else is just gutter leavings. So that useless. Is that what you're saying? You tell me, migrant. Why is it that your unit, which was trained to be an elite royal guard, is here patrolling this hick-infested backwater? The answer's clear to me. How about you? Oh, I'm sorry. Am I offending you? Well, here's your chance to show us your worth. Halt Crimea's advance. If you're as skilled as you claim, you should be able to limit the damage to its bare minimum, should you not? Angry is a good look for you. I look forward to seeing the results of your work. Get going, Outlander. General Shinaram, must we truly go through with this? Such a horrific act. It's only recently the citizens hereabout have even come to trust us. We've no choice but to obey. As this woman says, the only thing we do to ensure the Crimean army is defeated as soon as possible. General, open the floodgates. Do it now.
There's no info for the KMU in the description. Are you fucking kidding me? It censored the description too? Because it's listed in the description. It's the second line of the description. It says $50 to kill a non-game over unit. Partial payments accepted. Kill will happen at $50. Is that not what it shows? Is that not what it shows for y'all? I can see it. I can see it. Okay. Okay. I thought YouTube had censored the description. It's not showing for me? So it's not showing for you, even though you're a moderator. But it is showing for me. For other people. Now it shows? That's weird. Maybe it just isn't updated. Well, that was the description from the start, so I don't know why it wouldn't update. That's strange. It's working now for everyone, though? Okay. Just a bit more. Would you mind hearing my report before our last battle? MVP Tanith. No one died. No one gained. I hate this website. Me fucking too. Oh, we do get a new unit, though. Yoo-hoo! You there, young man. I have business with the general of this army. Would you convey a message? Who are you? Who am I? What kind of low-born greeting is that? My name is Khalil, and I am a first-class mage. And what would a first-class mage want with this army? What's your problem? You look as if you don't believe me. Well, I suppose I can't hold that against you. It's not often you find beauty like this coupled with intelligence like mine, but it's true nonetheless. Mage, huh? Well, I guess you can never have too many mages lying around. Oh, and as a bonus, I'm quite skilled with a knife as well. Beauty, brains, and brawn. The goddess has seen fit to put the abilities of 3 people into one delectable package. Sounds like favoritism, doesn't it? Hello? Are you listening to me? There's a beautiful woman talking.
Yeah, the point is that you want to join the Crimean army, right? How much are you planning to charge? Well, aren't you the little businessman? Let's see. How does free sound? Suspicious. What's the catch? I like my fees to be based on performance. Watch how I do in combat and make me an offer. Depending on what it is, I'll decide whether or not to grace you with my assistance. You're not lacking for confidence, are you? Of course not. I already told you I'm a first-class mage. Alright, you're in. What? Are you allowed to make decisions like that on your own? Perhaps I should speak to the general. I am the general. What? So yeah, where is she? All the way down to the bottom. Khalil is here. Khalil is this game's first pre-promoted sage. And she's arguably, I would say, the best mage in the game, by a pretty significant amount. Purely because you don't have to waste experience training her up. She statistically has, like, slightly lower stats than Soren would if you trained him to 26. I believe Soren would have, like, 1 more magic and 1 more speed or something. It's such a marginal difference. But it is worth acknowledging if you're, like, a super min-maxer. FE9 Soren 26. So yeah, Soren would have 2 more magic and 1 more speed. But everything else is lower. Like, he has less defense. Equal HP. So yeah, Soren has better stats. Ileana and Tormod have worse stats if they're trained up. Obviously, Khalil doesn't have, like, Shade and Celerity if you care about those. But the big thing she doesn't have is staff access. Because you can promote the other mages and give them staves, but Khalil has knives instead. So she's purely a combat mage. I guess also worth noting, with the speed lead that Soren has, Khalil has 8 strength, whereas an average Soren will have 3 strength at 26. So Khalil is faster when holding, like, L Thunder, right? So arguably it's just the 2 points of magic that Soren has, and he's, like, slower when it comes to actual speed. And then the others are obviously, like, they're statistically worse than her. Soren doesn't even have speed because of weight. Yeah, I realized that, I think, at the same time you did. Because I was gonna say, her strength is, like, it's better than the other mages, and the idea is she's supposed to be good with knives, but, like, lol, 10 attack power, no thank you. She's not good at using knives, like, it's just not good. But yeah, she's, I think she's the best mage just because, 1, statistically, she has the highest stats at this time. And 2, you don't have to pay, or you don't have to invest in her. Training up the other mages, they all start, like, pretty under-leveled. Tormod's obviously the worst of them, because he joined so late. But Soren and Ileana are also kind of obnoxious to train up. Now she can kill mages with knives. She's, like, legitimately, because people say that, legitimately it's more damage if you just use a tome instead. 11 more magic, plus a higher might weapon. With L Thunder, she has 26 attack versus 10 attack. Even though mages have more res than defense, it's not enough to make up for that difference. She will legitimately deal more damage to mages with a tome than with a knife. The other advantage she has is she has higher weapon ranks. So she can use all the siege tomes at base because she has B rank. And I do think this is genuinely an upside, although it's worth acknowledging it's not actually that hard to get your mages to siege tome rank if you're, like, conscientious about it. Because there's only C rank. C rank is all you need. So, like, it is definitely an upside, but if you wanted to use Soren, Ileana, or Tormod, they get D rank in every weapon type automatically on promotion. Getting from D to C is not that hard. BBB is wild. It is very good. It is very good, but it's not as good as it appears because there's no B rank tomes in the game. So, you need to get to A rank anyway, right? Like, tomes are so fucking weird in this. Use Stiletto instead. Even with Stiletto's like, what, 4 might or something?
I'll pull it up. I'm telling you, using knives is a fucking trap. FE9, stiletto. Or like it would be if, you know, if people, if they made any attempt to, make them look good. Stiletto is 8 might. So again, 8 might on 8 strength, that's 16 attack power. Once again, she's gonna do more damage with an Hell Thunder, even against high-res enemies. Because mages, yeah, they have more res than defense, but it's still not as much. It's 8 might. Yeah, but it's still less attack than Hell Thunder. Unless you have a 10-point difference between defense and res, it's still better to use the tomes. And tomes also help to build rank. Tomes can be forged, whereas knives cannot. And tomes can be used at 1 to 2 range, whereas like if you lock into a knife, you're locked into 1 range for enemy phase, which like is most of the game. It's effective against armor. Is that true? I'm pretty sure that's misinformation. Oh no, it is. That is true. Damn. Learn something new every day. I don't care. I don't care. Using your physical weapon against an armor knight when you could use a magical weapon instead is very big-brained. Knives have aura points. You've confused them with light magic. An easy mistake to make, but light magic is actually the one with aura access. Someone asked if they can pay to make Khalil use knives. Tell you what. Since I'm probably going to be using Khalil anyway, if you pay to force deploy Khalil, you can choose whether she gets to use tomes or not. How's about that? That's the deal. Aura isn't Intellius. Yeah, it's an easy joke to make. I just wanted to make the easy joke. I know why the divs did it, and it's probably not a huge deal. But it's amusing to think about what she went over in her head when she picked knives over staves. Oh, I mean, I know what she was thinking. She read a Fate strategy guide. She read someone talking about Fire Emblem Fates, talking about how knives are the best weapon type, and how staffers, you don't actually need staffers in Fire Emblem Fates all that much. And she was like, oh, well then that's easy. I picked knives, because staffers, you don't need staffers. She's just a Fates player. Khalil is so smart like that. Yeah, she knows Fates is the best Fire Emblem. Rayson, could you come down here for a moment? What do you need? I got something I want to ask about. If I can help, I will. Your ancestors. Forget it, it's nothing. What, is something wrong? I apologize, please let it go. It seems like something important has happened. But if you don't want to discuss it, that's your right. However, if this wasn't a battlefield, your secret might not be safe. Please take care in the future. What do you mean? We have the Heron clan. If we choose to, we can read the thoughts of others. Seriously? However, this power is only available to us in a calm and peaceful environment. Here in the desperate maelstrom of chaotic emotion, it avails me not. Andrew's ears warped and distorted. You know, now that you mention it, Rayson, are you feeling sick? You're so pale that it's hard to tell, but I think your face usually looks more wan than normal. Pay it no mind, I'm fine. You got nothing to prove.
Why don't you stay off the battlefield for Ike, no! Don't bench the dancer! Ike, I'm fine, I promise. Please do not give me special treatment. As far as giving you special treatment goes, I don't really have a choice. I promised King Nexus I wouldn't push you too hard. If anything were to happen to you, I'd be at war with Dane and the Bird Clans at the same time. You see, I came here to repay my debt, but I'm really just being a burden. That was not my intention. Hold on a moment. Who said anything about you being a burden? I cannot engage in combat, so I'm nothing more than an obstacle on the field. Oh no! Racing read the fucking 2002 game FAQ guides that say dancers are bad! Racing, no, that's absurd. Don't you understand how useful your abilities are? Here comes the YouTube community. Here comes the YouTube community to fight against the dancer slander. No one else can do the things that you do. You're irreplaceable. If you're not feeling well and try to do too much, then you may not be there when you oh wait, shit! Ike is a Thracia player! He's talking about the fatigue system! Ike is a Thracia player! Yo, he's an OG Fire Emblem head! We got Khalil the Fates player and Ike the Thracia player. I'm of use to you then? That's what I've been trying to tell you! Dancers are good! Dancers are S tier! In that case, I wouldn't mind taking a short break. But you can call me anytime. I'll come right away. You got it. By the way, I discovered a strategy that will allow me to fight. I just have to reclass into a level 36 Ginshi Knight. Ike, no, Racing, don't do it! Don't do it! This feels like the devs corresponding with game FAQs. I wonder if that was the intention. I wonder if the devs are like, you fucking idiots. Dancers are good. Wouldn't that also kill Racing in lore? What do you mean? Do you mean like reclass into Ginshi Knight or what? Khalil is a Berwick player because she knows about the killer knife tech. I think it's funny that the Berwick killer knife can one-round so many enemies because it's literally called the killer knife, right? I'm playing Bravely Default on the side, well, replaying it. And there's killer weapons in that, and instead of being just like super crit like Fire Emblem, they just have a chance to inflict instant death. That's what Tabarn says in 17.4. No, hold on, I haven't finished eating. I see what you're thinking of. Easy confusion. So, Racing was going to sing the genocide song. It's like a forbidden magic that kills all humans. But if he did that, it would take so much energy, it would probably kill him. So that's what Tabarn was talking about. Because in Radiant Dawn, Racing actually wants to study to fight better, like Tabarn. That's like what he's doing, is he's trying to actually learn to fight. Because he's sick of not being able to fight. If I remember correctly. You said human, you're racist. Remember, Ike, if you say human, it's as bad as saying the N-word. That's why he punches Oliver in the face. Yeah. He's like got all this rage, which like, to be fair, his fucking people were genocided, right? Damn, My squad is so underleveled because I haven't been using BXP because I'm afraid of, like, getting shitters force deployed. So I should probably promote Jill. Bum ba da ba ba bum ba. You're not ready for someone to click force deploy right after you use all your BXP. That's why I'm not using all of it. I'm saving a bunch. My Lord Ike, were you able to find the medallion? No, it's gone. I fear that Dane may have somehow stolen it. What? Is such a thing possible? I don't know to what degree, but there can be no questioning Dane's involvement. Is the medallion special? Oh yes, oh yes. I beg your pardon? What is it? My question may have touched a sensitive area. Oh no, it's not that I don't want you to discuss it with you personally. I just can't really talk about it with anyone. It's a private matter. I see. Ike. What is it, Ulkie? I hear sound of rushing water ahead. A lot of it. Rushing water? According to the map, there's a large river up ahead. That must be what you hear. This is unnatural, warped. It's not the sound of a normal river. General Ike, sir, we got trouble. The road ahead is blocked by water. What? How can that be? Perhaps the local river is flooded? The whole region is soaking wet. Is this road completely impassable? No, sir. We can't move forward, but the water has turned the ground to mud. And the water is still flowing at a tremendous rate. This is going to cut back our speed dramatically. This is the work of Dane. They sought to impede our progress in order to gain some time for themselves. And they've succeeded. Blast, is there nothing we can do? Well, if they were able to flood the road only when we approached, there must be floodgates in the area. So if we close them, we'll shut off the flow of water, right? That makes sense. Let's get some scouts looking for the gates. What's that? Hey, if you're looking for something, leave it to me. I am the Hawk King's eyes, after all. I wonder how this cutscene goes if you reject Racing. Because both Ulkie and Janaf have been important to this cutscene. Does Ike just, like, do you just game over? Like, maybe they just assumed if you rejected Racing, you'd never make it past Naysala. Maybe they do the Legault thing, where Legault revives himself from the dead in FE7. Although that's because canonically bisexual people are immortal. What do you mean? These peepers of mine can see for miles and miles. They're quite handy. Be a shame not to use them. But what if you got the renewal scroll instead of using those peepers? Beats your fantastic wit! My eyesight isn't a racial ability, it's just my own talent. Heck, my pal Ulkie has ears that can hear the grass growing on the other side of the country. Okay, but what if I got the renewal scroll instead? I just looked for some openings with a lot of water pouring out, right? Yeah, I can handle that. I don't know, the renewal scroll sounds better than both of those things. I wonder why you can even refuse Racing. You can refuse a kind of absurd number of characters in this game. You can refuse Volk, and you have 3 opportunities to refuse him. Because you can refuse him the map he joins, you can refuse him after the map where he joins, and you can refuse him when he promotes. You can refuse Khalil, you can refuse Largo, and you only get the option to recruit Largo if you have Khalil. But you can refuse Largo. Still, even if you do. You can refuse to get the scroll from Stefan. Stefan gives you an occult scroll, but you can refuse the scroll. You can refuse Racing, which also means that you miss out on Ulkie and Janaf. You can refuse to get any help in the final map, because you choose between Gifka, Naysala, and Tabarn, but you can also refuse. You can refuse Soth. Yes, you can refuse Soth. Your choices really matter. Yeah, you can choose to fuck yourself over for no benefit. At least Racing gives you the fucking renewal scroll. All of the other refusals give you nothing. Like, literally all of the other refusals give you nothing. It's wild. The Crimean army is here. All troops, combat formations. Hit them fast and hard. We can't let this battle drag out.
So those are the floodgates. If we can get them closed, the water will recede in about 12 hours or so. Alright, let's get going. Renewal or 3 units? I mean, I would reject 3 units if it was like Rev Odin, Rev Nyx, Rev Niles or something. It's specifically Dancer and 2 pretty good filler flyers. Alright. So Ike said not to use Raisin to give him a rest. Yeah, I think this is my squad. You're over-fatiguing, Raisin. This is why you gotta give Raisin the life ring. I do have to equip the night ring. This is more ridiculous than Shura versus Boots. I forget, Luna, are you a Shura or Boots chooser? Or are you one of the people who thinks they're even? Because I've run into that before. I do think in theory there are times you could choose Shura, but I think the way that I put it, right, is there's no correct answer. It depends on your team composition, but 90% of teams are gonna prefer the Boots. Like, that's the way that I think of it. I think Boots are better, but I always pick Shura. Do you just, are you one of those people who needs to do full recruitment? Because I know some people are like that, where, like, it just feels bad to not do full recruitment. There we go. Gave her something for Cyrene. Are the boots made of Shura? Yeah, I don't know why you... Like, there's no explanation why you get the boots. At least with the renewal scroll, it's like... At least with the renewal scroll, right? Raisin is like, here, take this. Like, he gives it to you, right? There's no explanation for the boots. You have so many training projects in Conquest that sure it takes deployment slot even if his stats are underwhelming. I disagree. I disagree. I mean, anyone who has seen regular use is going to be stronger than Shura. But you also don't, like, have the slots to just fill in an empty slot with Shura. It's not like when Shura, quote-unquote, joins, you get a bunch of empty slots. If anything, you have other promoted units fighting for those slots. Remember, Shura joins the map after Xander, and functionally 2 maps after both Gunter and Leo, because, you know, Gunter's map is like its own thing. Like, you just got 3 pre-promotes, 2 of which are significantly better as just, like, real units, and 1 of which is better as a backpack than Shura is, right?
So if you're looking for a backpack roll, you've got Gunter for Corrin. And if you're looking for real units, you just got given Leo and Xander. And Keaton. Like, you also just got Keaton. He's not a pre-promote, but he isn't a project either. Like, he's just functional from the get-go.
Here we go.
So I don't think it's not like a situation like Vale and Mavier, where it's like, okay, they're pretty bad, but I might as well because, like, I don't have anyone else trained up. Or bad's the wrong word. Mid is probably more accurate. So I don't agree with the idea that, like, Conquest is all training projects and therefore having a pre-promote is worth it. Especially because they're training projects who, like, because of the Fates EXP formula, just getting deployed every map is going to keep you on pace, as long as you're not on backpack duty, right? We have $2 towards the Oscar Death Fund. So we're at 48 to go. Thank you, Shinthia, for the $2 donation. Vale is good with the Corrin ring? No. I disagree. Are you alright? You look rather pale. General Ike, to be honest, I know the enemy general's your father, isn't he? How did you know? I overheard you talking to the man with the eye patch. I see. If you're having second thoughts, it's not too late. Do you want me to switch you out with someone else? No, I'll be fine. At least I think I will. You don't have to be in the Vanguard. Just keep that in mind. Thank you. YouTube is shadow banning me for the K word. They literally won't even let me type in my own chat. They literally won't even let me type in my own chat. Let me try and get a triangle attack off before we put Oscar out to pasture. Shura is a unit for people who aren't very familiar with Fate's builds. I disagree with that as well. I think, like, Rallyman is a unit for people who aren't familiar with Fate's builds. But Shura's not like a, you need to build someone to do this. Like, Niles is literally right there. And if you're not familiar with Fate's builds, captures get significantly better because they offer you skill combinations that the player, that you have to, like, you know, reclass for or whatever, right? So, like, if you're unfamiliar with Fate's builds, you're using Niles, almost certainly. And if you're using Niles, there's no need for Shura. Like, he's just gonna be a better version of Shura. But I would also argue that, like, reclassing Mozu to Archer, you know, that's not a build. That's just clicking the Heart Seal button. I think there's a difference between... Because there's sort of this idea that, like, if you point out that a unit given a single resource can do a job better than, like, a unit without a resource, something like, you know, give Odin Nosferatu and he ends up good. The pushback... You get this sort of pushback of, like, okay, but not everyone knows about Fate's builds. And there are some complex builds, like building a rally bot, right? That requires some amount of game knowledge, right? Simply clicking the Heart Seal button, because you're like, oh, I want this class, doesn't require game knowledge. Like, that's not a super complex build. If you just want a unit with bows and good stats, you look at the units with the option to reclass into bow classes. You don't even need to use Heart Seal for half of them. Selena and Laszlo just need a Master Seal. And, like, if you're using Selena and Laszlo at that point of the game, you know, you can give them Master Seal. Corrin is bad because you need to move units. Nile is bad, you need to know about Master Seals. Yeah, like, there are 3 units that can end up in a bow combat class without even using Heart Seals. in the form of, you know, Niles, Laszlo, and Selena. And then, like, once you know about heart seals, Mozu enters the equation, and once you know about friendship seals, Effie enters the equation. And if you're good enough at Fates to leverage a magical unit, Nyx ends up in the equation, right? So, like, there's stages, obviously, of the amount of complexity that you need to get different bow units. But I think bare minimum, if you're playing a Fire Emblem game, I don't think you get to say it's too complicated to click the Master Seal button. Soldier. Someone's opened the floodgates. Until the Crimean army has been defeated. Wait, I read that wrong. General, how long are the floodgates to remain open? Until the Crimean army has been defeated. Sir, if we wait that long, all the neighboring farmland will be drowned. The locals are already quite upset. They might not abide this much further. General? Enough, soldier. If you got time to be belly aching, take your butt out of the battlefield and kill some Crimean soldiers. Captain Hart, do you support this action? This is inhumane. Lives will be ruined. Dane citizens will die. Even if we claim that it's necessary in order to achieve victory, this is too much. This is Dane's way. Are you ready to disobey the king and be put to death for your troubles? I would rather die than kill innocent Dane civilians. If you're executed as a traitor to the throne, your parents and siblings will also pay. Are you still prepared? Now do you understand what I'm trying to tell you? Go, fought bravely. Yes, sir. To gain the trust of the king, we've become cruel and heartless. First hunting and executing Lagoos, and now flooding the lands these people call home. General Shanarum, someone hears you use the word Lagoos in this country, you'll be branded a traitor. You're right as always. To live in this land where Lagoos prejudice is so virulent, we've had to seal away everything we know and teach our children to hate all subhumans. All that just to survive here. It's Ashnard's fault this country has become what it is today. Ah, what a terrible miscalculation we made. Even so, I hated the idea of furthering the corruption in the Imperial Senate. I will continue to support your reasons for leaving Begnion. I wonder if Jill has distanced herself from Crimean forces. I did give her the warning. Above all else, I would like to avoid meeting my daughter in combat. I pray she does not take to the field this day. Knowing her temperament, talking to you would only increase both of your sorrows. I have but one favor to ask you. Say it and it will be done. Do not fight today. What? Only one side can win a battle. If we are defeated in the end, I want you to care for the survivors and their families. Yes, sir, Commander Shanarum. Commander, it's been many years since you last called me that. May the fortunes of war be with you. Through all that's happened, it's been an honor to serve with you. This, by the way, I think this is like the most egregious failure of Tellius's depiction of racism. Because it presents Shinharam as noble because he decided to leave Begnion because the Senate was corrupt. But it's literally the community meme of like, I can tolerate racism, but a corrupt Senate is where I draw the line. You can tolerate racism? And this isn't just like, you know, using the word subhuman. As he says, we went on genocide hunts. Like, we went on murder kill hunts. What if you're a Tellius gamer and thus don't know about Master Seals? Loud incorrect buzzer. There are Master Seals in this game. There's 3 of them, actually. We used 2 of them on Mist and Riss.
Here we go.
10 more for the
Sean
No
Thea has
Oscar
just tipped
Fund.
$10.
Crab
More for the No Oscar
emoji.
Fund. Crab emoji.
Shinarum literally taught his daughter to be racist. Peak Mia combat. Funny enough, Mia is still, like, one of our best units. Like, that's the sad part. This squad is truly cursed. Kinda like to turn my back on my sins now, Shinarum. Don't worry, she had the full guard. Like, she's fine. So we are now 12 out of $50 towards the no Oscar fund. Everyone else is perfectly safe. So I guess y'all just fucking hate Oscar. Yo, effective damage! This is like my FE3 Book 1 squad where I literally can't promote anyone. I'm not missing promo items, but no one's above level 7 except Lena. Effective damage! I'm on the Gra map right now. Longbow utility. Will this count as a triangle attack? I don't think this counts, right? Because they're not technically in a triangle formation. Bow triangle attack is so fucking weird. We'll just do this. The L-angled attack. Longbow utility. I mean, maybe he'll crit. I was gonna say you can dance for Rolf to get into the other side, but he'd get massacred on enemy phase. So the problem is Rolf couldn't get to the other side because the map boundaries end there, right? Or do you mean like putting him like here? He might be able to reach there with a dance, but I don't think Rayson could get high enough for it. Triangle attack is useful in some games, but not this one. Yeah, I literally, like, never mind the fact that Oscar has to miss out on axes. I literally can't even, like, get the formations, right? Does Sniper have 6 move? I think it's got 7. Yeah, it's 7 move. It's not on mage/armor territory of bad. I have no opinion on triangle attack. A YouTuber should make a video so I can have an opinion. I'm working on the triangle attack video, although the work has stalled. Partially because I'm demotivated because of depression, but mostly because the FF4 video has taken so much time and energy. None can stand against Tanith's strap-on. Yeah, be warned, if your message doesn't show up in chat, that's not me censoring you. YouTube has banned me from my own chat. I can't say the word kill anymore. Which, like, makes pinning a comment about a KMU somewhat difficult. And who says archers can't enemy phase? He dodge tanked. We made a similar joke about Tanith and RR. Oh, really? I forgot. That's funny. I made this joke about, cause Soniki's two moms, like Tanith and Sigrun are like Soniki's two moms. So this joke was meant to be like, you know, they're her actual moms or whatever. Maybe it was a Lincia for Lucia. There's a lot of lesbians in this game. As long as you pretend that characters are lesbians, there's a lot of them. Damn, that's a good level up. Too bad your stats are still garbage. Alright, this should be a triangle. Is this not a fucking triangle? What? What do you mean that's not a triangle? What do you mean that's not a triangle? Does it have to be here, here, and here? Oh my god. I'm pretty sure they need to make a 1-1 root 2 triangle. No diagonals allowed. This was supposed to be the awesome triangle attack moment. I turned animations on and everything. Danny learns Fire Emblem geometry. Yeah, I thought we played by regular geometry rules, but apparently it's Fire Emblem's special secret geometry. Egg on my face. Can we turn back the animations on? They're the best ones in the series and it's sad nobody watches them. I can't tell if that's a serious opinion or not. I genuinely think these animations are awful looking. But if you want to turn animations on, there is a price to be paid. I'm a Volk archetype. You need to pay me to open chests. Have you heard about the hexagon geometry? I mean, I'm assuming, based on your username, that you're big enough Tearing Saga, or Berwick Saga, which I don't like. I don't like. I made a Family Guy The Godfather bad short about it. What is your opinion on the best animations in the series? Call me a basic bitch, but it's Game Boy Advance, and it's not even close. Like, call me a basic fucking bitch, but it is Game Boy Advance. And anyone who says otherwise, I will, punch in the face. In Minecraft. Oh wait, we're not supposed to support Minecraft anymore, because of the boycott. I'll punch in the face in, Terraria. But I like Engage's animations too. I think Engage has some really nice animations. Worst animations in the series is Three Houses, no fucking question. Which is, it's funny. They're bad. They're really bad. But yeah, I like Fates' animations too. Fates' animations feel like a distinct improvement over Awakenings in a way that's really nice to see, you know? Fates has pretty mixed animations. There's some goofy ones. There's also some animations that are glitched. But, like, even the glitched animations I like. I like, oh, what is it? Merchant? Falling over during its victory animation is very funny. That's probably my favorite one. Basara's is like goofy as well. I like Fates' goofy animations better than their serious looking ones, if that makes sense. I love the blacksmith animations. Yeah, the blacksmith ones are good. Fun fact, in the Rev map with the moving elevators, the outdoor one, you can actually get an animation glitch. Where the character falls off of, because they're like, they'll animate like near a cliff or whatever, and they can actually fall off the cliff and it'll soft lock your game. I forget which class can have that problem. The general dance when they heal. Yeah, I thought that, did that originate in Awakening though? Villager class vibrating with nerves. It's so peak. It's so peak. Meanwhile, the Three Houses animations just feel really lifeless to me. Awakening has no feet. You know why though, right? Do you know why they have no feet? They actually started developing Awakening before the 3DS like existed. And so they didn't know how good or bad it would be. Alright, this better be a fucking triangle. The time is now! Triangle attack! Absolute fucking overkill. But it's worth it. Free men staff. Yeah, I didn't deploy Volk here, even though there's a physic to steal, because I just didn't feel like it. He's on the thumbnail as our representative of the KMU, but that's all he gets. The Three Houses Armor Knights animations for bows, fists, and lances look good. I wouldn't know. I've actually very rarely used Armor Knights, and when I do, I don't use, like, bows, fists, and lances on them. For supposedly flooding the town, there's an extreme lack of water. So, in this game's defense, I think this is not the town getting flooded. These are the floodgates, right? This is the building with the floodgates on it. And see that right there? That's the dam. I can't scroll over to it, but on the right-hand side of the map, that's the dam you see that's open. So this is not the town that's getting flooded. The town that's getting flooded is off-screen to the bottom right. See the floodgate over there? Like, or to the top left. Yeah, the top left, based on the flowing of the water. Damn, it's doing the ZA thing. Wait. This water it has the same issue as Pokemon Legends ZA, where the current is flowing in two separate directions at the same time. Damn, that really is a fucking GameCube game, isn't it? Look, the current is flowing left and right at the same time. That, literally, in case you were not aware, that's what the water in Legends ZA does. $70 video game in 2026. Copying Path of Radiance's homework. POR is a pretty game. It is, it is. I think this game looks good, especially for the time that it came out. They knew FE9 was the best game in the series. Yeah, another project on my back burner is the video about why I don't like Path of Radiance anymore. Just falling out of love with what used to be my favorite game. I think it'd be an interesting thing to talk about, but, it'll definitely get some people mad. I mean, people got mad at the FE7 video, too. Because if you have a different opinion than people on the internet, some people are gonna get mad. I will say, you know, but with both the FF2 good and the FE7 bad video, I was pleasantly surprised at, like, the general absence of actually, like, angry and toxic people who disagreed. There were plenty of people who disagreed with me. But for the most part, no one was like, you know how the internet can be. No one was like awful about it. There are, you know, obviously some exceptions, but I want to focus on the fact that there were not that many people who were bad about it, rather than that, like, there are occasionally fucking angry that you have different opinions on a video game people, right? Like, I think... I remember the Mario Kart World backlash. Yeah, that's the... I mean, look, Nintendo fan moment, right? Nintendo fan moment is all there is to say about that. Did a video change your mind on Path of Radiance, or did you reread the entire plot by playing it? No, I just, I think over time people's tastes change. And I think, you know, it's part of what's going to be, like, talked about in the video. Every time that I play Path of Radiance, I like it less. But this is a video that's been on my mind for a couple of years now. I think the reverse recruitment playthrough is probably what started it going. Nah. Yeah, probably the reverse recruitment is what, like, started it going, right? Yo, I can double these guys with Meteor. Epic Siege Tome Gaming, that's that 8 strength for you. You know, famously, or maybe not famously, we didn't finish the final map because there was a glitch, and I thought that that was a fitting way to end it too, just because, you know, it, yeah, it felt like that's the type of playthrough it is, right? There was a time when Awakening was my favorite game. Yeah, a few days ago, remember? You said you were... I said Awakening fans helped me, and then you helped me. So that was a few days ago. Awakening was your favorite game. Smiley face. Look at this longbow tech! He's firing uphill. In Radiant Dawn, he would face an accuracy penalty. So epic. Hold on, on, youngster? Who do you think you are? Just can't come barging into people's homes. Let me tell you something. You can ransack my home all you want, but you'll find nothing of value here. All our young men have been dragged off to war. That's all that's left are women and children. If it's gold you're after, take my scroll on the floor there. You may be able to sell it. It's just something I picked up, so I don't know if it has any value. But take it anyway, you dirty thief.
Sell the smite scroll. I was gonna make a joke. If it was a bad skill, I was gonna make a joke of like, oh, they knew it was a bad skill. But smite's not a bad skill, so I couldn't make that joke anymore. Let me get my Maniac badge. Yeah, I've beaten Maniac 3 times. I'll be honest, I don't think Maniac mode improves it. I don't think it makes it, like, significantly worse. It's just a different flavor of bad now, you know? S tier for Smite. It just makes the game slower and more tedious. You have to think a bit more, but not enough that it's satisfying. Yeah, I feel like that's a really good way of describing it, yeah. You can't just send your 9-move hand range units hand axe units in range of as many enemies as compared to hard. Yeah, unfortunately it doesn't really help the infantry that much. Like, that's kind of what I was hoping for, is that it would make infantry feel more useful, right? But unfortunately, Path of Radiance's infantry don't have better combat than the cavalry for the most part. Like, you know, the one that I was pointing to is Nephany and Marsha have equal stats, equal average stats at every level that they're at, right? So it's like, you know, why would I use the one who doesn't have a flying horse? In Clash, you basically have a time limit until your weapons break. Clash is fun because you use the Forges cheat. On Clash, you use the Forges cheat and give Soren Vantage and a crit forge and just watch him decimate millions of enemies.
You there! You filthy Crimean! Get out now! There's nothing in this shack that would make you happy. Oh, you won't leave until you get something, is it? Take this old staff. Now hit the road. You've no need to steal anything else from us. Or will you take my life as well? That last skirmish, my boy, my only son. You stole his life, curse you! I hope you're satisfied.
I am. Thank you for the rescue staff. Effective damage, everyone. Oh, never mind. 255 crit or unironically peak design. It's a glitch, though. It's not, like, that's not design. It was a mistake. Like, literally a mistake. Not a mistake like, you know, someone disagrees with it or whatever. Are you just robbing random people? I'm the protagonist, so it's not robbing, it's reclamation. That rescue staff probably belonged to one of my ancestors in a past life. One-two ranged homes are famously a mistake. I don't...
It was a very silly comment that I got, but I don't know. I don't want to, like... I don't want to make fun of a random viewer if they're not actively mean-spirited. You know? It feels, there's a difference between, like, I'll make fun of shitbags if they're, like, you know, actively... Yeah, if someone's like a dick, right? You know what I actually did want to talk about? Because, you know, Path of Radiance and chill, we chill on enemy phase. You know what I did want to talk about? Is... I had a recent very negative experience with the digital distribution platform Steam. I say that, it feels like an understatement. Steam, under US law, committed fraud against me. I think it would be a more accurate, if hyperbolic, way to phrase it. So, during a sale last week, I wanted to buy the game Cassette Beasts, which is like the Pokemon-like, right? Let me switch to my email so I can, like, have all the information up during enemy phase. So yeah, during, there was a sale last week. And on March 2nd, 2026, at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, I purchased Cassette Beasts, which is, you know, the Pokemon-like, right? It was on sale for $7.99. I thought, you know, people have recommended this to me. This might be a fun game to play, like... I could do like, this game is better than Pokemon? Like, the Pogface stream or whatever, right? And $8 is a reasonable price. So I check out, I purchase it for $8, and then I received an email, and it said, there was an error with your Steam purchase. We've saved your cart and your discounts for 72 hours. You can attempt this purchase again. Click here to retry the purchase. It expires March 5th at 9:26 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And so I'm like, okay, you know, obviously there's a technical error or whatever. So I click on the button, and I get Cassette Beasts added to my cart. It says it's $7.99 still, you know, we check out. And then I receive a receipt. And the receipt says, thank you for your purchase of $20 Cassette Beasts. And I was like, that's not right. That's the non-sale price. Like, they charged me for the non-sale price. So I figured it's a simple computer error. And I do still think that it was a simple computer error that occurred. So I contact Steam support. I'm like, hey, you know, here's what happened. Here's the first email you sent me where you said it was $7.99. And here's the cart said $7.99 when I clicked checkout. Like, I agreed to pay $7.99. I'd like you to refund the difference between the listed price and the price that you charged. Damn, no fucking damage. Never any fucking damage. Never any fucking damage. And of course, you know, I wouldn't be complaining about this if it had gone smoothly. They basically just kept stonewalling me. They kept saying, we can't refund the difference in price. I understand that you wanted to buy it at a sale price, but you missed the sale. Now mind you, right? First off, the email said that they were, you know, saving my discounts or whatever.
But it's also worth noting that when I purchased it, the items were still on sale. The receipt that I have says that it went through at 10:14 Pacific Standard Time on March 2nd. So less than 30 minutes after the initial failed purchase, which supposedly had, 72 hours or whatever. The real kicker, and the reason that this is, under legal definitions, fraud, is the cart during checkout said $7.99. It didn't say $20. When you click the agreement, you're supposed to be charged the amount that you clicked on. So we went back and forth for a while, and they just kept saying, we can't do this, we can't do this. And it's $12. I'm not putting in multiple days' efforts for $12. It was more the principle of the matter, right? It was one of those, I don't know, just a frustrating reminder that companies can just, get away with doing illegal shit. And, you can send them, because I sent them the correspondence that they had sent that listed the price it was supposed to be, and showed, that somewhere their computer had messed up. A sacred Pegasus night, eh? At one time we both protected the same country. So you're the one who led the defection to Dane, Lord Fizzart. The man I heard about and the reality of what I see before me are quite different. Tales? It is said that the last apostle died. The corrupted Senate drove one man to leave Begnion. He said it was in search of a better life, and he became hero to many young wyvern riders. That's rich. Tales always make too much of their subjects. I've been looking forward to meeting you in the flesh, perhaps even speaking with you now, but now? You would sacrifice the lives of your people just to slow our progress? What kind of dangerous fool are you? I will not allow you to smirch the name of Begnion's wyvern riders any further. Prepare yourself. You paid for an entire Fates Rev? I mean, no, I didn't, because I refunded the purchase, because Steam has an automated refund if you've played less than 2 hours and it's been less than 2 weeks. So I just refunded the purchase. I'm not, it's on principle. It's a $12 difference, $20 total. It's not like I'm gonna be fucking failing to pay my mortgage because of that. Although it is worth noting, right? It's during checkout, right? Listing a price during checkout, you click agree, and then they charge you a different amount. If they charge you a different amount than you have agreed to, that is, legally speaking, fraud. At least in the state where I live, and I cited specific, because once it became clear that even though this was obviously a computer error, they were going to reverse things. I cited specific statutes, like local state ordinances. So I refunded the purchase. I'm not giving them that money. Anyway, Geese Fire Emblem's a pretty cool character. So I'll probably have to find some other way to play Set Beasts, unfortunately. Oscar has 14 strength. Look at how fucking baller Tanith is. Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit! It's ridiculous!
Tell of Magic for the Sonic Sword. But unironically, though, I do genuinely think Tanith is the best Sonic Sword user, because it means you don't have to, like, Mist needs arm scrolls, right? Or a ton of training. Is 14 strength good or bad? At this point in the game, Oscar is a promoted paladin. 14 strength is very bad for him. He's so strength screwed, it's not even funny. Effective damage! Yo, knife combat.
General Ike, the floodgates have been closed. Soren, what's the damage to the surrounding area? It's terrible. All of the fields and homes have been completely destroyed. I see. I don't think this is what the enemy general wanted either, so why did this have to happen? It's heartless. What will happen to the people who lost their homes? Can't we do anything to help them? You want to aid the people of our enemy? That's time and energy we can't afford. Soren, take a portion of our supplies and distribute it amongst the locals. What? Are you serious? Our opponent is the Dane army. We've no quarrel with these people. I know you feel for these people, but this is war. We don't have... I don't know what it'll accomplish, Soren. But moving on without lifting a finger is something I can't do. I understand. I'd rather regret something I'd done than regret taking no action at all. I would like to help too. Please, perhaps I can aid the injured. Idiocy. Oh, father? Jill, no matter the reasons, I'm the one who took your father from you. Can't use this war as an excuse. If you want revenge on your father, I understand. You have that right. Once you've had some time to think things through, let me know what you'll do. I'd like you to stay with us, but it's really up to you. That's all I have to say. One, two, three, 5 in all. We're lucky to have that many. Captain Har, what are we supposed to do now? General Shanarum is dead and our homes are gone. What do we do with our families? What do you want to do? We lost any right we had to stay here. So I was Begnion or Crimea. General Shanarum was slain by Crimea. Joining them is it's not possible. And all you can do is return to Begnion. I doubt you'll get a hero's welcome, but I have an old friend in the Pegasus Knights. Should I contact her? Oh, gods. 18 long years. What does any of it mean now? Don't say that. No matter what, I'm proud to have served under General Shinharam. You're right, it was an honor. Well, that's that. We've gained some time by flooding the river, but it won't hold them long. I knew that foreign cur was useless. Looks like the decisive battle will be fought near the capital. Preparations are complete, General Petrine. In order to ease command for you, Sir Brian will serve as your deputy. Regarding strategy, it'd be easiest if we spoke with him directly. Sorry to tell you this, Enna, but I'm not the one who'll be directing our forces in the capital. Will it be the Black Knight, then? The plans must be adjusted slightly. I'll select someone else to act as deputy. No, not him either. His Majesty wishes you to direct the defenses, Enna. Me? I'm to take command of the army? That's right. You're moving up in the world, General Enna. It's too much for me. I must confirm this with the king. Ha! What a rare sight this is. I've never seen you so flustered. Listen, if you wish to meet with His Majesty, you must fulfill your duties. He's ordered that there be no communications until that time. I'm a bit late. Well, if it isn't the Big Black Knight, it's been such a long time. You're always so very busy, aren't you? Here one day, there the next. Your secret maneuvers are. They are proof His Majesty has placed his trust in me. Enna, go to the East Gate. You have a visitor. Very well. Is it the worm? Did he bring it with him? It appears so. He insists he give it directly over to Enna, though. Take as long as it is ours. As long as it is ours, it makes no difference.
When Anna returns, you will be the one to take it directly to the king. Show that it is not unwrapped on the way there. That could be unfortunate. I don't need to be told that. More importantly, what will you do now? Me? I will. Anna, have you been well? Where's Laurent's medallion? Right here. Take it, please. It feels so heavy. It's not all the wrapping either. Could this be the chaotic energy of an evil god? So, you can now return to King Ashnard's side, can you not? No, not yet. What do you mean? I've been entrusted with defense of the capital. I must face the Crimean army. No! Thank you. You've done so much for me. But now it's enough. Please reclaim your freedom. There's no need for you to follow Dane's orders any longer. And you? Do you mean to die? No, I cannot retreat. Even if I have to slaughter the entire Crimean army, I'll return to him. Yet he thinks nothing of you. Matters not. The only place I belong is at his side. I will most likely never see you again. I pray for your eternal happiness. And await! Forget about me. That is my final request. Farewell. Nasir! Dun dun dun! Whoa! The traitor is Nasir! The mysterious boat captain who sold his boat to travel with us is suspicious? What? My mind is blown. My mind is blown. I can't take this. I can't take this. I died from shock. During the battle for Telegra, Ike and the rest of his company come to a bleak realization. Wherever the Crimean army marches, the land becomes a battlefield. The damage is immense. Warfare and floodwaters claim homes, crops, and hope. Villagers seeking shelter and safety stumble blindly through the snow. To them, there is no doubt that the Crimeans are an invasion force. However, the Crimeans have their own homeland to save. Focused as they are on that overriding goal, they cannot even stop to help the innocent victims of war. The only way they can help people of Dane is to keep marching. The faster they reach Dane's capital of Nevasa and put an end to the war, the better for everyone. Nasir also sold Low Colony Quapper! God damn it, it was Nasir! I should have made that. That's a good joke, Ilok. That's a good joke.
Are you telling me that His Majesty is not yet returned?
Yes, sir. We sent many messengers, but we've yet to receive any sort of official response.
Our Crimean army is on our doorstep. What is His Highness thinking? And if we want to protect the capital, we need a leader equal to one of the four riders, just in case.
I'm sure the king has considered this.
Lady Anna, I don't understand how you're able to remain so calm.
Dane soldiers are the most elite warriors on the continent. In addition, our numbers are far superior to the Crimeans.
And yet they march on Nevasa. This is the Dane capital. If there's any danger of it falling into enemy hands, we can let nothing stop us from protecting it. No offense, Lady Anna, but as a general, I do not feel you're ready for such a vital command.
I think you're exactly right.
Then why is this command given to you? Why does you not firmly refuse it?
Do you think that wise, General? Would you refuse a direct order from the king? Let me tell you something that I've discovered. If we are unable to hold the capital, I do not believe the king will be all that upset. Ashdar does not hold a strong attachment to the country of Dane.
What are you talking about? Do you understand exactly what you're saying?
Yes.
Ridiculous. There's no monarch in the world who would not be moved by the loss of their own country. Such a preposterous notion beyond comprehension.
General Kasadi,
Do not avert your eyes from reality.
Reality? Brr. What reality is that? All this years were guesswork.
Then tell me, why did the king suddenly order the invasion of Crimea?
As sanctions for that nation, just choosing to ally itself with those evil and treacherous subhumans.
On the surface, that would seem to be so. But doesn't the action strike you as odd? To apply sanctions properly, it would be necessary to speak with Begnion first. Begnion is the Suzian state, and Crimea answers to her. We need Begnion's leave to make formal declaration of war. Dane's disregard for that process has made us a pariah in the eye of our neighbors, and opened us to attack from all sides. And yet, not only did the king not do this, but he chose to invade without warning. It was the worst possible strategy. Furthermore, once the king conquered Crimea through strength of arms, he seized the castle and set up residence. And now he uses it as a stepping stone for an invasion of Gallia, which means the king's goal was never to apply sanctions, or even defeat Crimea. If Ashnard moves against Gallia, it's easy to envision Phonexus, Kilvis, and Gildora joining the conflict. And if that happens, Begnion would be forced to ally itself with Dane rather than side with the subhumans. Look where that leads us. A continent embroiled in war. Is that not the true desire of the king?
Yes, if we consider it that way, the words make sense. Yet, to accomplish that, the citizens of Crimea would have to be sacrificed. Without more, it would be act of madness.
Let's return to the topic at hand. The king has gained himself a new castle, and I believe he considers whatever land he occupies to be his kingdom. Dane and his people are already behind him. He need not look back.
If the king wished to rule the world, he would run as much military strength as possible. To forsake a position of the strength he currently possesses willingly, why, it would be sheer folly.
It doesn't matter. What's important is that we recognize the chance which Dane has been given. We must stop the Crimeans here. If we do not show the king our value, we are doomed. Make no mistake about it.
This is complete lunacy.
We will receive no reinforcements. We must hold nothing back. This is our only chance of survival.
Yes, cannot. Why is this?
Be strong. The king has provided us the capital, and with one final measure, we'll use it to weather the storm. However, to use it, I need you, General Kasani. Your cooperation is imperative. If you want to win, you must trust me.
Understood. And this time, let's cling to any hope we can find. Lady, no. General Anna, I place my trust in you.
So this is the Dane capital, eh? If we can just defeat King Ashnard, the war will be over. Ike, there you are. What is it, Nasir? Are you sure you have enough soldiers to lay siege to the capital? Your opponent is called Mad King Ashnard, after all. Who knows what sort of traps he has in store for you? He may indeed have something planned. Surely they've received reports of our advancement, and yet it's so quiet. It looks like every able-bodied man has been conscripted into the army, while women and children have evacuated the area. We're not invaders. We wouldn't write a hand on the citizenry. There's no way for them to know that. They do know what their army did to the people of Crimea, however. If they fear they'll be punished for that, I'm sure they decided to err on the side of caution. What? What happened to the Crimean people? Surely only the soldiers were imprisoned or killed. You truly have no idea how to rule a nation. Do you know what happens to a country that loses a war? Everything is destroyed. Homes, lands, crops, everything. And the citizens? They're not even treated as human. Crimeans, especially those near the capital where Dane's presence is strongest, are treated worse than than Lagoos. That's... Why would they? That's horrible. People understand this, which is why they pay for protection in the form of taxes. For the royals and nobles who are charged with protecting the people, there's no greater sin than to be defeated in war. It is the ultimate betrayal of their people's trust. Oh, by the goddess, I'm a fool! Soren, enough. Princess, be that as it may, the majority of the people want to see the royal family restored to power. They believe it'll help them reclaim their old lives and restore peace. Now it's time for us to throw down Ashnard and drive his army from the Crimean soil. You're the only one who can do that. Do you understand? Yes, I do. I will save the people of Crimea. This I swear. As I've said before, I won't be turned away if there are traps. We just fight our way through. This war ends here. Yeah, I'm with you all the way. I hope this goes as planned. I'll do my best to make it so. MVP Tanith again, predictably.
General, thank you. Hmm? The people of Telegra were the enemy, yet you treated them with kindness. I don't know how to thank you. Oh, the provisions? It wasn't enough, but I wanted to do whatever I could. It's nothing new to worry about, though. General Ike. My lady, is that you, Lady Fizzar? Huh? Oh, it is you, Shanaram's lovely daughter. Thank heavens you're still alive. You're from Telegra. That's right. I'm Sophie from the village of Luma. I can't live there anymore, so I brought my two sisters here to the capital. After the battle, I was sure you'd be claimed by the Dark Angel, but you're just like Lord Shanaram, but here you are. Is this your bodyguard? Ooh, so strong. You watch out for my lady, you hear? She's Lord Shanaram's precious little girl. You keep an eye on her, and don't let those nasty Crimeans get near her. Actually, Please listen to me, lady. We understand all about those floodgates. Lord Shanaram would never have done such a thing if he had any other choice. We know it was the Crimeans what did it. Why, when he wasn't on duty, Lord Shanaram and his men used to help us with plowing and planting. And once my sister got sick, he loaded her up onto his wyvern and brought her to the capital, see the doctor. He's the only one who ever cared about us country folk. He opened his heart to each other, to every one of us. He was a good man. Those dirty Crimeans are to blame. If they'd never come to gain, the battle wouldn't have happened, and Lord Shanaram would still be with us. Sister, I'm hungry. You're gonna be alright. You'll find something to eat in a little while. Just be patient. A soldier gave me this. Can I eat it? Don't be stupid. Throw that away right now. We'll starve before we take charity from Crimean killers. They're socialists. Milady, the Crimean army is nearby. Run! You must escape and survive. We're gonna live. Even if we have to eat mud and weeds, we'll do it. And one day, we'll have our revenge on those bloodthirsty Crimeans. If I can't do it, my children will. If they can't, their grandchildren will. We'll get them someday, I swear it. I have to go. Promise me, lady, you must go on for Lord Shanaram's sake. You mustn't get yourself killed. Sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. Don't be. Jill X Random Village Women. I mean, that whole thing, it just reminds me of the fucking, like, the MAGA voters who are upset at all the stuff that Trump's doing that he promised to do and blame it on the Democrats, right? Not that the Democrats are good, like, you know, it's two wings of the same oppressive system, but it's just, it's funny, you know, the fucking, I mean, it's depressing too. Missed. Ike, are you alright? We've come a long way, haven't we? Do you think we can beat Ashnard? Of course we can. We have to. If we lose, Crimea may never be rebuilt. What are we gonna do, brother? I'm frightened. The medallion was my protection, and now that it's gone, my confidence has vanished. Missed. For as long as I remember, I would talk to the medallion like I was talking to Mother. After Father died, I felt like I was talking to them both. Where could it have gone? We'll find it. And even though it's gone, Father and Mother are looking down and protecting us. You're right. I'm sorry. Father and Mother in my heart. And I've got you and everyone else at my side. So even without the medallion, I'm alright. Everything's gonna turn out fine, I know it. That's the spirit. Ike, Mist, if you're going to chat, why not go inside? Even if the snows are beginning to melt, it's still cold out here. Oh, hi, Nasir. You're right. I do feel a bit cold. Should we go back in the tent? Let's go, Ike. You too, Nasir. Forgive me. Nasir, what's wrong? Hurry up. Oh, of course. There we go. We have the strap on and the strap off.
the lesser of two evils. Which one's the lesser of two evils? The strap on or the strap off?
General Ike, sir, the castle gates are open. It's not good. What are they planning?
It must be a trap. This would be unexpected. Making us lay siege would be far and away to their advantage. I have no idea what they're playing at. Even so, we will not back down, right, Ike? Right.
If we can't tell what they're planning, it matters not how we proceed. Let's just fight as we go. Move out. Keep your guard up, everyone.
Enemy troops have entered the castle.
They're moving already. Such recklessness. Don't they suspect a trap? Can't believe they're falling for it.
Crimea follows a general named Ike.
Perhaps he has no procedure. Perhaps he relies solely on instinct.
I don't know if he's brave or merely reckless. It's unbelievable.
Regardless, we continue as planned. Close the gate and seal off their escape route. This contest will be decided here.
Oh, then. It's time for the final measure you spoke of earlier. You show us what is magically left for us? What could possibly allow us to destroy an entire army in one fell swoop, provided we could hurt them anyhow?
General Katsai, no matter what I show you, do not be shocked. You must continue to trust me without question.
I swear it. Oh, my name is Royal Knight of Dane. I will not betray you, General Lena.
Thank you.
There ain't no enemy, you! Oh!
General Katsati, have you forgotten your vow? No matter what happens, we will protect the capital, yes?
Yes, of course. I understand. This is His Majesty's. But he has to hear.
Yes.
We will win this battle. A legendary Dragon of Goldola is on our side. He is a powerful omen. Dane cannot lose. The Dane army is indestructible. We'll crush the dogs of Crimea and use their skulls as goblets.
Glory to Dane! Victory to Dane!
Sir, the gates have closed behind us! We're trapped in the castle! Run! Attack! We're under attack! They're gonna kill us!
Stop, all of you, get a hold of yourselves. You must not panic. No one is attacked yet. Ike. Titania, where's Princess Alicia? She's fine. She's at the supply convoy. They're all under very close guard. Soren, is this the enemy trap? It could be. If so, to what end? Well, the goal obviously isn't to divide our troops and reduce our fighting strength. We're all packed in here together. Whatever they're planning, it appears they want us all to experience it at the same time. Dane must have something with which they believe they have an unsurmountable advantage, some kind of weapon. They're absolutely sure they'll win, is that it? King Ashnard of Dane, you'll regret underestimating us. No matter what, we must be cautious. We can spare no efforts to protect the princess. We should put together an elite team and head for the throne room. Choose the members of this team with care. Everything else will rest on their shoulders. Understood. I thought I was locked in. I can go back? Let's do something funny. Where is he? Using Volk? Well, there's treasure chests on this map, and most of them are garbage, but I'm gonna get them all anyway. So we might as well give him lethality for funnies. There we go. Okay. Alright, this is a very long map, so hopefully we can finish it before I have to leave for game night. Just use the other thief. Everyone knows he's better. So true, though. God, this is the worst opening to the map ever. Like, this opening where it's just like everyone walked down this zigzag corridor, I hate it so fucking much. Game night, what are you playing? I mean, I don't know what we're playing. I have game nights, like board game nights with my in-laws, fairly regularly. I forgot to click reinforce, but that's fine. I think I'll probably save the reinforcements for when we get attacked from the rear, because there's reinforcement, like enemy reinforcements show up. Even though the cutscene says we'll not get any reinforcements, there are actually enemy reinforcements, so they fucking lied. Liars. I don't know what we'll play. Probably one-hit heroes, because there's only gonna be 4 of us. Usually there's 5 of us, but when there's only 4 of us, you know, we play 4-player games, because you can't really play 4-player games with 5 people. So probably one-hit heroes, if I had to guess. It's a fun little, like, cooperative adventure board game where you play as different, like, RPG characters, each of which only has 1 HP. Does your wife have parents? What? Does your wife have accepting parents? That's a... I don't feel comfortable answering that question. That's a bizarrely personal thing to ask someone who you just watched play YouTube Fire Emblem. Please don't. Please don't. I don't... Especially because it's not even about me, it's about my wife. Like, that's not my place to answer. Oh my god, why is he so fucking bad? Why was he this garbage? Just god awful. I was just joking. I don't understand what the joke is, if I'm being perfectly honest. It doesn't feel very funny. That's not... That's pretty fucked up to joke about, to be honest. Like... Yeah, I don't know what you want from me. Alright, if we go here... Go to Rolf Good. I hope you have a good time. Yeah, it's usually pretty fun, you know. HP, Jesus Christ, they really didn't want us to get in this door. Alright, let's gamble. If we might get the glitch. If he ethers, then we'll No! Oh, we didn't soft lock. I think because it broke. Right, because it broke. So if you ether and it doesn't break the door, it soft locks, I'm pretty sure. Or maybe there's some other condition, but it's possible to soft lock by ethering against a door. Rip Iron Sword. Would you say this map is good for Lagoos who transform late? I mean, it's okay for them. Like Janoff and Ulki, you mean? Janoff and Ulki benefit from the fact this map has a lot of terrain to fly over. Ulki transforms late, Janoff transforms early. The thing is, right, like, how late are we talking late? Because we're starting to do combat as soon as turn 2. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7. So, like, Ulki... It'd be bad for Ulki that he's not transformed by now, you know? You can proc guard on doors for no reason because of Har. That's funny. In, like, reverse recruitment, I guess. This chapter also has that really weird thing where, like, because of the river tiles, you can't dance across or whatever. remember the specifics. But, like, you can't... If you're outside of the river, you can't dance someone who's in the river or something like that. Good level up, Rolf. Good level up. The needle has been putting in fucking work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh shit, we can't go there. Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we'll have to go here. Because I don't want him to use the sleep staff. Because I want to steal the sleep staff. Vantage! Dodge. Vantage! And now we get Super Racing! Alright, now... we just need to Iron Sword here. The needle is so funny because, like, even though it has the crit, it's probably going to deal less damage because of the lower might. Big Iron! Big Ether! Wow! 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 I mean, I know it's a bad forge, but wow! The ether was so useless there! Hey, strength is good. Strength is good. Six, 7? Wait, what was the 6, 7? Did I miss a funny 6, 7 moment? There we go. Equip our Sword PRF. Heal up Jill. There we go. All right. Oh shit, there's another sleep staff, I forgot. Mr. President's second sleep staff has hit the building. Stab. Stab. Man, Titania's really fallen off.
Trust, there can be no tomorrow. We cannot be beaten, nor can we withdraw. We must defeat the Crimean army and bring His Majesty back to us.
Yo, Oscar dealing damage! You want to know what's hilarious about this general? He has more res than defense. He also has a brave weapon, which is pretty scary. Oh god, these hit rates. Okay, Jill kills him. Jill kills him. Hello, hello. Hi, Mafoof.
What the fuck? Did I just get double crit?
What was his crit rate? I mean, did I get crit? Like, hold on, let me rewind the VOD and see. Okay. So Jill goes in for the attack. No? He doesn't have... Oh, wait! Fuck, he has Wrath, doesn't he? Because he has a 0% crit rate. He had a 0% crit rate displayed, but he has Wrath. So he got 50% crit retroactively once I knocked him down into Wrath range. That's kind of funny. That is kind of funny. Brave Lance Wrath. That's evil. That's fucking evil. I think we're calling it there. I think we're calling it there. Good night, gamers.